I would be of the opinion to try to get as much money as I can once I'm elected. As over the years, when I was a councilman, especially when I was chairman of the finance committee, I obtained over $3 million for the school department. And Mayor Trafficani isn't wrong. In my tenure as a councilman, Mayor Funley hasn't been very generous with the Cranston Public Schools. He's level funded or maybe increased it 0.5%, 0.7%. Hasn't been overly generous. It's been the council. And I've received, over the years, calls from Mr. Trafficani. Paul, how can we address this? Can we get more money for this special ed? And the council has delivered. President Farina, President Lupino, year after year, the council has to, look at that budget and really cut corners to add more money to the school budget. And I've done that consecutively for 10 years. Always supported extra money for the department. Thank you.
Thank you. Dominic.
Yes. The schools need more money. That's just a given. In today's day and age, things keep increasing. Most of our budget is taken up through fixed costs, which are salaries, pension, health care. Those go up every year for everybody. So of course, we need to increase the school budget. Yes, the mayor has been a little stingy. Yes, the council has come through with some things. And no offense, guys, but we can always use more. I know it's difficult, but having to make do with what we have. First of all, thank goodness for our finance director, Mr. Balducci. He's done a phenomenal job. The superintendent and her staff have done a phenomenal job making do. But the children of our city do not deserve to be making do. So I'm more than in favor of increasing the school budget.
Thank you. Sarah?
I'm also in favor of increasing the school budget. It seems to me that we need to get our schools as fully funded as possible. And from the superintendent's perspective, if the school department needs a certain amount of money to operate and to provide academic excellence to our students in the city of Cranston, then that's what we need to do.
Thank you. Any sitting?
Yes.
All right, wait. Ms. Culhane. I'm sorry, Michael. I apologize.
It's all right, thank you. I'm also in favor of increasing the school budget. Obviously, we have to take an objective approach to how that money is currently being spent. Right, I work with cities and towns all the time to figure out how we can fit in infrastructure investments within existing municipal budgets. But we do need to ensure that we're spending those resources on things that are value add to teachers, that are things that are value add to students, that are things that are value add to the district. But I am in favor of increasing the budget.
Thank you. Stephanie, 60 seconds.
I think it's interesting, Michael, your comment that you made, because my very first palm card actually said that the backbone of a great city is a great school department. So I think that much like, you talk about employers making investments in their employees to show how much they care about their employees, I think the city needs to show the citizens that they're willing to make an investment in education. A lot of people will talk about what the state appropriation is, and yes, that's important, but I think more reflective of a city's dedication to the quality of to education is its investment in that education. So I'm not really of the mindset that the state should bear the brunt. I heard someone at last week's forum say the state should be giving more. Well, they should be giving more, but I think it has to be matched by the city. The city should be putting the bulk in, because that is what is directly reflective
10 seconds
of what a city needs, and why people come to a city is for a great education.
Thank you. Janice, I'm just going to go down the line.
The council, Mr. Arquette, actually can make amendments to the budget after the mayor may not provide us with our requested amount, and especially this year, because this year you had publicly stated that you were going to try and find us money, and then at our budget hearing with the council and then at your amendment meetings, you did not make one amendment to the budget for the schools. It was actually Council President Farina and Councilman Stikos who tried to get extra money during those proceedings. We actually inherited a budget mess that during your time on the school committee, that we have been cleaning up since that time, so.
10 seconds.
I just found it kind of funny that you said the schools deserve more money, so.
Can I rebut on that?
Yep, you have 60 seconds, and then we'll come
Okay,
back
thank
to
you.
you guys.
Madam Chair, I'd like you to look at my record. In 2006, it was myself, Mr. Stikos, that brought back middle school sports. In 2013, I appropriated more than $370,000 to special education. I was the council and put in the bill to appropriate additional $600,000 to lease or buy new school buses. So I'd really like to address the record. And if you know anything about government and politics, I serve on the minority currently. I'm not in the majority. Any amendment I put in, it's not going to have a good chance of passing. So it's my strategy, hopefully, to talk to the vice chair or the president, have a Republican get my idea, support the amendment that a Republican puts in, and it'll probably
10
pass.
seconds.
Thank you.
Track.
No, I have almost a thing.
Let's face facts. It's the mayor who sets the tone for the budget. We submit the budget to the mayor, he basically makes his cuts and submits it to the city council. Has the city council tried to give us extra money in the past? Yes. But let me just give you a quick picture of what we faced in the past 5 years. In 2014, 2015, we asked for $3 million. We were level funded. In 2015, 2016, we asked for 1.8. We got $300,000, which is 1/10 of 1%. In 2016, 2017, we asked for 1.1. We got $800,000. That's 2/10 of 1%. In 2017, 2018, we asked for 1.7. We got $700,000. That's 2/10 of 1%. And this past year, we asked for 1.3. We got $700,000, which is 2/10 of 1%. Totally, we asked for $9 million over the past 5 years. We received 2.5.
Time.
Okay.
Thank you.
We had a good ending, too.
Save it for the next one, Track.
Dan, may I?
Dominic, Dan, hold on 1 second. Dominic, 60 seconds.
Mr. Arquette, you are in the minority this term. Years ago, when you were in the majority, you were at a finance committee when I was on the school committee as well, and you used your time to bash the mayor, and that's it. So please, let's also keep the facts straight. Thank you.
We're not going to go personal on this. Please just answer the questions, and opinions or anything, please keep them out of the microphones tonight, please. Dan?
Let me just, I want to concur with Mr. Fusco. The mayor could have given us more money over the years, absolutely. We deserve a bigger operating budget, absolutely. The council could have given us more, absolutely. And just to point out, as Mr. Traficani said in his opening statement, the state has increased its contribution to education. Maybe it's time we step up as a city, increase ours a bit. I also understand the realities that when we ask for more money, you have to figure out where to get it. I get that. I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. But a resounding yes, we would like a bigger operating budget.
So you can give your last 20 seconds to Track. Please, go ahead.
I just wanted to make it clear that we were provided 1 year of funding for special education and 1 year of funding for the music program that actually caused a structural deficit in our budget, and we asked for that money to be put into our our maintenance of effort in the general budget, not to create a deficit for us.
Thank you. Okay, we're going to move along.
Do I get 60 seconds?
Do you want 60 seconds? Yes, you may.
I just want, I think it's, of course, all our institutions need more money, of course. I think what's important is we continue, the council, the school committee, we continue to work together, as I think we have, to try to get the money that we do need. But of course, all our institutions in the city need more money.